exist. You know? And they say that we don't have a heart of God. They say we don't have passion. They say we're ignorant. They say this can't happen. But just in this city, look what we're doing. Us. One thing, it's a few words that bless me, and those words hit me like a ton of bricks, and he said, heaven is dependent on you. And everybody in here has a deposit from God. If you didn't, you wouldn't exist. And it's necessary, hallelujah, like I need y'all to hear me. It's necessary for you to completely and utterly be everything that God created you to be in order for all of us to succeed. In order for the mission to fully be accomplished, you have to be the best you can be, because no one else can. We use the term standing in the gap a lot, but I can't stand in the gap for you if I'm in my own gap. So whatever the distraction is, if you're not going to live it, don't. And come when you're ready, because you're hindering the move of God. If you're not tired of doing it, go ahead and get done and then come. We'll still be here. Until then, don't fake it. Because you're messing it up. We can't make it that way.
You're teaching, sir.
It's real. The word for now for us is be a man. Be a man, be a man, be a man, be a man. That hit me in a dream. I didn't know what it meant until a week later. And God said, if you be a man, I can be a God. And there's only two roles in this play, or in this stage that we call life. And we're so busy being God that God can't play a man. We can fake a God, but he can't fake a man. So we got God standing on the sideline because we're monitoring, we're playing every role. It's a one-man show. But if you could just back up and just be, if you could recognize that we have the easiest job. All you have to do is be human and depend on the Lord completely. Stay on your face and read your word. And let the word do what it has to do. Keep your hands still. Wonderful things can happen, and God will be glorified. And you recognize that you stop having gray hairs at 26. And then we wouldn't have these invisible things. The problem is we feel justified to sin because we think we tried God. So it's like, well, I gave God what? I gave him something. I tried him. I went to the altar. It ain't worked. So let me go back to my ways. But you tried God 85%. If there's a dosage that's required, you need all 100% for the effects to happen. If you take partial, the symptoms get worse. So I want to encourage everybody to try all of God. And then maybe all that stuff can happen. If you're not ready to let him go, don't go to God. I mean, wait till he break you up. God's still be there. I need y'all to hear me. It's this very reason right here for you. This is why I sing. My God. Because the best thing that ever happened to me was grace. That's why I go so hard, because I know. And I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget. And Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. And for a long time I didn't recognize it. And all of this is kind of setting it up. I just kind of want everybody to know I'm really playing when it comes to this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we got Xbox and PlayStations. But when it comes to this, I got tired of hitting the same wall. And anybody who continually and redundantly afflict wounds or bring damage to themselves. In this realm, they're called insane or idiots, or something's wrong with them. That's how we are in the spirit, but we're so emotion driven and we don't even get in our word. We don't know 2 pages of scriptures, but we want God to move and we want power. And I just want to encourage everybody to get a relationship, because there, man, the creativity is crazy. Because there's no barriers for you anymore. If you want to hear some good music, get at the feet of God. And I got one of the easiest jobs, because people are like, where in the world did you get that from? Well, see, you know, when I worship, right? Listen now, okay, this is the secret. When I worship, I get close to God, and God like, check this out. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is that? He's like, that's yours. Go right and put your name on it. Put your name on it and be blessed. Meet me here in the morning for another. Who wouldn't serve a God like this? But we gotta recognize him as this. If I never met you, but your friend told me about you, when I finally come in contact with you, I can have, you know, kind of imagination of what you are based on what someone else says, and I'll handle you that way. But that's unfair, because that's what we're doing. We're praising the accolades that the preachers preach, and we're satisfied that that brings us excitement, and we never ever analyze the man. We never analyze the entity for ourselves. One thing about God, God is infinite, okay? So all that the man of God knows is what God could have given him. Imagine what he can give to you. And I recognize that I served my mom and dad's God for a very long time. I worshiped my pastor's God for a very long time, but it wasn't until I found the God that loved me personally, that laid with me, that talked with me, and communicated with my vernacular, in my style, in a manner that I can understand. And he has my best interest at heart, and he knows mine, man. For me to do this had to be in the plan. So before light was made, before let there be, there was Courtney, there was Molly, there was you. I'm a part of the plan, man. And you're insecure about what? Do you know what you carry? Do you know the magnitude of your existence, people? If you don't, find out. This was being preached. Identity. It's in God. God is a creator, and he created us to adapt and to live and to search for him. So he created us, put us in the land, and he hides, and we seek him. Some of us get confused with things that, we get complacent with some things that kind of feel what it is, and he leaves things to kind of lead us to him, and it's like, well, I can eat off this for the next 2 years, so I'm not going to take another step for the next 2 years. Like, if there was areas in God, there'd be a crowded section. It's like, you know, you got your babes, and you got your toddlers, and then you got the people of God right here. And there are hundreds of other levels above, but everybody's fine here because you can pay your bills now. You're sane, you got your husband and your family, so let's just stay here. And the thing is bothering God a little bit, because we're stuck on blessing. Blessings are whack, okay? Let me tell you why. Blessings are old, man. Blessings are 8-track, okay? Let me explain to you. Let me hit y'all to the game, okay? Blessings depreciate the minute you touch them. The minute you receive it, it's depreciating right there. It's not even worth the same. What is a blessing? A blessing is a supernatural convenience at a, given moment or whatever. So say that you don't have gas, you really want to get to church because I gotta praise God today. I go and my gas tank is on E, and I find a crumpled $20 bill between the seat. That's a blessing.